Welcome to Dark Horizon Creations. I'm Mike. This time we're taking a look at the Action Force Series 3 Eclipse action figure by Valiverse. Now, if you hadn't already, please follow, like, and subscribe to my social media accounts on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Don't forget to hit that bell icon so you get a notification of when I post new content. I have been waiting a very long time to do this product review, and finally I have Eclipse in hand. I have to tell you all, I tried religiously to buy the Paint Master off of Bobby multiple times. I literally begged him for it. Nonetheless, I have my very own Eclipse action figure in hand, and man, is this thing unreal, and I haven't even removed her from the box yet. So Eclipse is one of the female members of the Action Force, and she is a counterintelligence specialist. She could be compared as the equivalent to Scarlet, but one of the things that is really fascinating about her character is the background story and just the depth of her. You know, when I first picked up one of the special mission comics from Valiverse that had a story involving Eclipse, just from the few pages of that comic, I was able to really grasp more about that character in one issue than I was able to grasp about Scarlet from G.I. Joe over a couple of decades. And I actually helped Bobby work on the file cards and some of the information in a couple issues of the comics, including the file card for Eclipse. And I can tell you just the attention to detail and time that was invested into the backgrounds of these characters and to the story really makes you want to know more about them. The attention to detail, the realism is unparalleled in any other military toy line that I've seen to date. So to begin, let's talk about the packaging. I really like the way the Action Force figures are packaged in this nice window display box. You're able to see everything that you're getting, and you can actually see the figure from different angles, as well as the accessories. So there's no question about what is included in the packaging. Now, the upper right of the box, our left, you see there's an interchangeable head sculpt as well as a scarf. There are 6 additional hands that you can interchange on the figure. There's a fixed blade combat knife, the silencer coat, maximum 9mm sidearm, as well as a DMR variant of the M4. There's 3 detachable 30-round magazines up top. On the side of the box, you've got some cool artwork of Eclipse. On the back, you have some obligatory product shots as well as the file card. And this is really cool. I have to tell you all, this is probably the most important thing I have ever done in my life, is working on the file cards and a few issues of the comics with Bobby for these characters. I'm really proud of this. Eclipse, her file name is Diani Tamio. Primary specialty is 38 Alpha, Civil Affairs Officer. Her secondary skills are 2B, Air Assault, 5 Papa, Parachutist, 5 Quebec, Pathfinder. Birthplace, Rochester, New York. Rank and affiliation, Staff Sergeant. Diani Tamio grew up in upstate New York to parents from mixed heritage. Her father was a skilled blacksmith of Mohican descent, and her mother was a career Army officer from Ecuador. From the time that she was old enough to walk, her father exposed her to the outdoors, ensuring that the skills and traditions of his family were passed on to his daughter. By the time she was a teenager, she was as much an expert in her culture as her father. After high school, she chose to follow in her mother's footsteps by serving her country. Diani excelled in airborne training and left college with jump wings on her chest and ambition in her heart for more. She found what she was looking for at Ranger School, where she came face to face with her own insecurities and weaknesses. While deployed in the Middle East, Diani soon found herself being attached to special missions units going to places that the Army wasn't permitted to go. After the events of the Divide, many recruiters came calling, but there was only one force that would allow Eclipse to showcase her talents. So here we have Eclipse outside of the packaging. My initial impression of the action figure, this is by far the nicest that has been released yet. Just the attention to detail on this figure, the paint apps, the sculpting all the way around. Look at the detail on the back of her body armor. She is really, really nice. I do like this figure. So let's take her off of her display base and talk about articulation. Her head is on a ball joint, full range of motion there. Something blue on the back of her hair, and I had no idea what that is. Oh, yeah, I do. It's called a hair clip. Forward and lateral movement at the shoulder. Nice tight joints. Full range of motion there. Bicep, upper arm rotation, double jointed elbow, wrist swivel, and pivot. Nice tight joints there. And these do have butterfly joints in case you guys don't know that. Let me see if I can get this one up so you can see. But they do have butterfly joints on these figures. Torso's on a ball joint. It's going to be inhibited somewhat because of her body armor. That's okay. Forward and lateral movement there at the thigh. Also, it'll drop down. You guys can see that. Thigh rotation. And double jointed knee. If I can pop the joints loose. Yeah, they're really tight. Lower leg rotation. Her foot will rotate and pivot. I don't have a hair dryer to pop out so I can heat the leg joints to get them to move. You guys get the idea, particularly if you already own figures from this line. The display base is in the bottom of the box. And it's got this cutout, this groove here, so that you can cut out the file card if you so choose to do so and display it on her display stand. That is just as real an action figure as you could ask for. So let's talk about accessories. First and foremost, she includes this fixed blade combat knife. You guys can see that. Really nice paint apps. A lot of nice detailing there, including a blood groove. See the rivets on the handle. The base of the handle on the pommel there for striking. Cutouts for the fingers. And she has a sheath on the back of her belt for her combat knife. It goes in just like that. Next, we have her sidearm. Silencer Code Maxim 9. Really awesome sidearm. I do like this handgun. Nice detailing. Serrations there on the rear of the slide. Really cool holster for that. She does include some spare 30-round magazines. And we're going to load those into the mag holsters like so. And here is Eclipse's DMR rifle. This is really nice all the way around. I do like this a lot. You can see it's got a full-length key mod rail, angled vertical grip on it. She's got an HK style pistol grip and an HK 416 slimline adjustable stock on there. And it's got a offset mount for her scope, and that looks like maybe a 3-to-9 scope that she's got on there. Got your muzzle brake, pick rail molded in on the top, molded in detail on the side, including the ejection port, brass deflector, charging handle. Really cool. And we're going to take the other 30-round magazine included with this set, and hopefully I can get her hands open where she can hold her weapon, and you can put her trigger finger in or not. That's awesome. I do like this figure. Okay, so let's talk about head sculpt. There's a couple different things you can do with this action figure. First and foremost, if we pop this head sculpt off, you can get a scarf and put it on, and then replace that head sculpt. That looks awesome. I really, really love this action figure. I see a lot of photo shoots in the future with Eclipse. You can also remove this one again, and you can bring out the alternate head sculpt. You guys can see there. Look at the molded detail on there. That looks real. That looks like a real Shemagh. And put that one on. Let's see. There you go. How cool is that? I love this action figure. Overall, this is the nicest action figure that I have ever owned, and it has quickly become my favorite action figure in my collection. I have to have another one of these to keep in the box because I'm going to be playing with this one a lot. The accessories, the attention to detail, the articulation, the packaging, the paint apps, all of it come together to make a really nice figure. There you have the Action Force Series 3 Eclipse by Valaverse.